Hello everyone, welcome back to Vampires thingy, and I think we're almost at the end. So, I totally forgot what we were doing. But anyway, alright. We are trying to meet with Toki and Mia, and we have the evening for us, so let's just get rid of this guy. I believe he's likely gonna do something weird to us. You're just leaving your heaven when you notice a small note slip under your door. You pick it up cautiously and fold it open. What's up with people leaving notes in my underdoor? You know, I can't dang it. I know what you are, I know everything. Meet me at the Beautiful View Motel, or everyone else will know too. Oh, let's go. The no design rank. Cursing under your breath, you check the Beautiful View Motel is located in Queens. Getting there will take some more time, and something Frank's note suggests urgency. You run out of the apartment. Really? No, sounds like a bad plan. Stepping into the Beautiful View Motel, you cannot help but think that the name makes promise that the building fails to deliver. Outside, there is nothing but an ugly parking lot, empty the paint marking, the parking spaces almost completely worn away. Standing in the lobby feels like there is a decade worth of stale cigarette smoke. You happen on being able to breathe anymore, the furniture looks like it was picked up from a yard sale in the 60s. Really, I cannot smell things? I could swear I could smell things. There is something appropriate in the grumpiness of the surroundings. They fit an image you have of Frank perfectly. It's appropriate to find him in a place like this. You nod to the old woman manning the reception desk. She seems totally uninterested in what you're doing. Her eyes glued to the small TV perched on the desk. A cop show. Walking deep into the motel, you find a lounge that might have expired to a kind of lavish comfort in these glorious days. Now it just feels sticky, like you need to wash your clothes afterwards. Frank sits on a bar stool. There is no bartender, but Frank has a shot glass in his hand. He looks even sweatier than usual. "What's up, asshole? How does it feel not to know everything?" Like always. You stop and look at Frank a little closer. He seems drunk, not a good sign. Despite everything in your early encounters, they maintained a baseline of professionalism. "You're drunk, Frank." "Sure, I'm drunk, fucking hell." Frank voiced the same to incoherent muttering. You stop to consider what to do. You're not used to dealing with Frank in a mood like this. He seems more confident and depressed at the same time, as he had a secret that gives him power but also brought him down. Sick next to Frank on a bar stool. "So Frank, you asked me to come here, and I'm guessing you have a proposal to make." "Sure I do, I have friends, you know. I'm not just anybody. I'm just nobody you pick on. You Sophie Langley is nothing compared to this guy." Frank Starkey has plenty more business inside him, waiting to come out. "Let me tell you something else." An ear-splitting sound fills the lounge, and a bright flash blinds you. For a second, an irrational panic grips your dead heart. Is this sunshine? Are you going to burn to death in a cheap hotel in Queens? As your vision adjusts, something whizzes past you. The series of thunking sounds, something packed in the bar. Frank is lifting the shot glass miraculously still in his hand. A massive blood then sprayed across his shirt. From a bizarre incongruous moment, you stare at the thing sticking out of Frank's chest. Is a crossbow bolt? Another two lights shutter next to the bar. Having missed their target, one missed you by a hairbreadth. Okay, so what? Wait, someone tried to shot him, they hit him? Turning around, you see figures dressed in black tactical gear storm into a room in an eerie silence. Perhaps the flashbang damaged your ears. They drop their tactical crossbow and lift up rifles. Okay. Who comes prepared with crossbow? Yeah, why crossbow? Frank slapped on the floor. A wooden crossbow bolt will paralyze a vampire, but struck through a human heart, it kills! The sound of blood fills the air. Wow. Should I run or should I fight? I kinda wanna fight them, but I don't think I have the blood for it. You're a creature of the night. This attacker cannot do anything to hurt you. You will rip them apart. It's Morpheus time. Fuck you. You think I can take me? Regret this. The attacker shot at you even as you shout, bullets rip into your body, tearing your internal organs apart. You stagger for a second before launching yourself at the man in front of you. You grapple him, trying to bite at his neck. To your surprise, your teeth cling into metal. He appears to be wearing some kind of special protective device on his neck. Another attacker hits you in the back, but with the butt of a rifle, he hurts and something breaks. You hope it was important as you stagger back, feeling your incisor with your tongue. One is broken from the force and you mangled bite. It was a bad idea. Well, yes, it was. The attackers all have identical tactical helmets, their expression remaining visible under the power plastic, but you know what they'll do, shoot you until you die, vampire or no vampire. The man you try to bite had a neck guard that reveals something very uncomfortable about how prepared they are, but also tells you they're scared. Yes, a little bit worrisome. You screech, spit blood and raise your hands as if you had claws, all while making yourself as daunting as possible with your powers. For a moment the attackers seem affected by your display, a few of them cower, giving you space to dash across the room. You can hear one calling for backup in shrill voice. You crash through the plastic sheeting covering a broken window as the attackers regain composure and more shots pierce your body. Rising your feet, you realize that your mangled left arm isn't really working anymore. More bullets ricochet off the ground. There are 4 SUVs parked by the model's front door, all black with tinted windows. A man and a woman, middle-aged, dressed like detectives, look at you in surprise as you run past them, bloody and broken. One tries to yell something and is toppled to your car, painfully wrench the door open and turn to detonation, so I managed to run away. For a terrifying moment you fumble with the keys, but then the car starts and you floor it, carrying on the highway. You only really feel safe once you reach your heaven. You take off your clothes, watching in the mirror as your undead blood start to heal your wounds. It's an amazing sight. One thing is clear, you almost died. Any human would have been killed from the wounds you sustained. You are still here, wondering what to wear before you head out to meet Sophie. Okay, hello? You run into Sophie building, ravagely hungry from mending your body. The doorman looks at you anxiously as you dash past, unconsciously sensing your bestial nature. You pound on the door of Sophia's apartment, more for the sake of your own nerves than because you think it's any help. After a few moments, Sophia herself opens the door and looks at you in surprise. She doesn't have her makeup and her hair is disheveled. You caught her on a night off. What happened to you? You step into her apartment and follow Sophie to their living room. You see the remains of a party. Empty glass, faint smell of blood in the air. You are no time to contemplate Sophie's social life. However, we're being hunted. It was an ambush. They were prepared. You are compromised. Oh fuck. For a moment, Sophie facade cracks. She looks tired. Then she relays herself. Sit down and stay calm. I'll check whether this apartment is still secure. Sit down soundly, conscious of the vast golfing experience between you and Sophie. She managed to stay alive for a very long time and knows how to survive. You only hope that you survive along with her. For the next hour or so, sit on Sophie's sofa, answering minute questions about Frank and the commandos who assaulted you. At intervals, she makes murmuring phone calls to mysterious contacts. For a longer while, Sophie let you go. You should be safe, and more importantly, I should be safe too. I have taken measures to secure both our heavens, but keep your eyes open nonetheless. If you say so. You leave Sophia's apartment wondering whether you survive another ambush like this. I'm bleeding so much, the hunger calls to you. You find yourself among the tall buildings and sprawling streets of New York City. You cannot help but think how rotten it all is. And the worst thing, you're part of the system. Suddenly Sophie's patronage is revealed that you see it for what it is. Indentured servitude. He has control over your life now that there's no good reason for it. The people you pass on the street look too smug. They think they're better than you, and they are out to use you, exploit you, and hurt you. You feel the need to assault anything with a pulse and drink them from their lifeblood. You compose yourself, your rational mind feeling a blatant breach of the Masquerade temporary hold over the beast and its compulsion. It won't last unless you feed. You need to quench this hunger before it overtakes you and makes you lose control. Yes. I guess. Yes, I guess. You wake up. I'm worried now. This is not your heaven? Wait, what? It's a cramped space. You try to move your arms and find they are tied to your body. You can barely bend your legs when you try to stretch your neck. You hit a cold ceiling. What? They kidnapped me? You cannot quite believe it, but he's a coughing, or something close enough to it. It vibrates slightly, but you cannot hear any sounds coming from the outside. It's entirely dark. Potency is much away out. Let the beast take control. Your hunger is overwhelming. The beast already scratches your brains, frustrated and needy, but now he's all scared. He wants you out. It will do anything to get out. You allow it to try. It's not entirely conscious choice, more like trusting in a desperate instinct. You take the role of passenger in your own body. The beast trashes and stalks the flames of your hunger. Your body pushes against the top of the container. It strains until you feel like your muscles are ready to burst. The lid gives just a little and the beast loves it. Let's see what's happened. The creaking of metal, somebody shouts a warning. The lid pops off and the beast pushes your arm against the plastic rope. It almost cuts through your wrist and frees you from bondage. A man, pure terror in his face, shoulders a light rifle, shoots. How the fuck they got me? Pain, struggle, bright blood flows down your throat from a viciously ripped artery. Bliss, focus return to you as the beast gets its fill. You're in the back of a van. The car stops suddenly and you're thrown off. The man from who you've been drinking, you hit something, you hear a panic scream from the front. A moment passes, the car's back doors are thrown open. What the? Hey you. Hey? You have them? What do you mean? Okay, let's skedaddle the fuck out of here. Seeing their faces is surprising, even more so in these circumstances. However, you realize the immediate danger and follow your companions out of the car and down a street in North Bronx. The van has crashed into another car. A familiar face that you of Kaiser Ghoul, Jackie, stumbles out of the wrecked sedan and links away into the darkness before you can call after him. Oh, so the Kaiser took me? The three of you jog away towards the line of the trees and take shelter under some branches. Just you hear a chopper approaching. Its searchlight illuminates the wrecked van and moves towards you. Oh, keep a low profile and hold your fire, Andorea. You know things are serious because Hope pockets her phone, and she then disappears from sight. You look out to Agathon, who seems to be fiddling with a pocket mirror. He breaks it and suddenly disappears from sight. You're left alone with just seconds to make your move before the spotlight finds you. Dash deeper into the park. You take off before the light can reach you. You just a single dash. You find a small overgrown mound beneath the old tree. You realize you didn't have to run that far. The searchlight passes through where you were standing just a second ago, but has actually reached much further into the park. The helicopter flies on, its searchlight frenetically moving through the vicinity as your companions once again appear in your proximity. The team is in position, the perimeter is clear. Let's get moving before the Inquisition show up again. What? Care to tell me what's going on? Agathon, feel free to fill them while I keep an eye out of our ride, okay? Okay. The Second Inquisition, the raider you haven't, immobilized you, and you were planning on taking you upstate to a secure facility for further examination, I'm guessing. Oh wow, that was quite abrupt. Okay. Second Inquisition already? Kaisers let me know that you were in trouble. Okay. What? Did I kill? Wait, what? I don't understand. So, did I kill the people from the Inquisition then? If they hit my heaven, then what about Sophie, she said. I spoke to the High Regent last night. She has probably mentioned it if something happened to your patron. Oh, time out. The Chevalier is here. Never had a chance to peek into Kaiser Lima. Oh, the old fart had good ideas for a moving data fortress because I'm about to steal them. Here's a familiar car stop nearby and the back door opens. I'll usher you inside and join you. Being inside this mobile fortress never felt like a relief until now. Hey Flagelling, miss me? Strangely enough, yes. Not really, but I'm glad you're here. Save it, what's the deal here? Yeah, actually, I kinda did. Oh, that's so sweet. I hate to break it to you, but I didn't take a sudden liking to you. I'm here on business, of course. You're here now only because I told your buddies that you were neck deep in shit. That van you were in is a one-way ticket to Hurtville, Pennsylvania. Broke you out as favor. Now you owe me big. I guess I did. Hopes not. What's so funny, Justin? Hurtville, Pennsylvania. What, you like it? Yeah, it's literally the funniest thing I ever heard. Is there a Usenet where you workshop these bits with other ancient demons? Can I get in? A1 is a critic. How did you know? How the hell did you know that SI broke into my heaven and took me away? Is that piece poor tempered and an insult, fledgling? I keep an eye on you since that little job you did for me in Nolita. You know, in case I needed you for, something else. Had to know your comings and goings. Guess the rumors are true. The old fart is surprisingly good at keeping up with information flow in the city. Despite his age, probably is in the top 3. Gee, thanks, Sugar. To be fair, you're probably in the top 10. He grins with that, what I assume is a leisurely smile. Hope seems only momentarily insulted by the top 10 remark. I have a good idea why the SI hit you, Andorea. Not that there aren't tons of good reasons for it. I might have been one of these, for instance. The screen and Kaiser can't flicker and each of them now shows short-looped clip. It's you getting into a fight, feeding using one of your powers? Into a fight, feeding using... Okay. You have an excited to keep a low profile, fledgling, I get it. You are new to this. Wait, what? Wait, it's because I fought the assailants? You have an exactly low profile, Fletcher, get it, you're new to this, you didn't know better, yada yada yada. The fact is, the SI has tons of this stuff. Wait a second, it was about the journalist? So if I didn't do the journalist, I wouldn't got caught? That's what you're telling me? Security camera footage, YouTube video posted by onlookers, social media posts from victims. You name it. Like I said, I don't think any one of these did you in. Slips up happen. The reason I need you walking and talking, Andorea, is that to test a hypothesis of mine. For that I need you to finish what you were tasked to do. First thing first, here. What do you mean? I have to finish what I was tasked to do? Hands your phone, the number has already been dialed. Hear the tone, somebody picks up. Who is this? In silent. You don't say anything, hello? Hey Langley, what do you want? There's somebody here who wants to talk to you, they're just shy. He shoots you a glance that doesn't leave much up to interpretation. Sophie, it's me. Andorea, are you okay? What are you doing with that creep? Temper, or I cut the line. And the fledgling's throat. Come on, Andorea, spit it out. I got captured by the SI. But I'm fine now. SI? That's what I feared. Listen, the plan, we need to do it tonight, but if the Inquisition is involved, you broke out, they'll be looking for you, so we cannot meet in public. I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening? Would I tell you if I wasn't? Andorea, call this number from where you visited before last we spoke. I'll come pick you up. She hangs up. And that's that. Okay, riddles, 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 riddles. Secret, 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 secret. Can a girl get a hint in here? I sure wish. I sure fucking wish. What's going on? Is she talking about the meeting between Toki? I'm more interested in what our next move is. The next move is keeping your asses sitting in this luxury vehicle while our mutual acquaintance continues with their night. Okay, a bit worried. If I tell the spirit that damn your next stop, Andorea is right about here. The count comes to stop and the door opens. Outside you see a street leading to Solids and Stripes, Toki's pool pub. Well, you need me to kick you out? Fuck you. How the fuck you know about this place? What about my companions? What if I don't want to do it? What about my companions? What about Hope and Agathon? What about them? They're staying right where they are, and we're going to have a little chat. After we are done, I'm sure they'll find their way back to their habits just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight. If I'm right tonight, the last chance you got. What is going on? I'm very curious what the fuck is going on. If you wanna say bye to your buddies before we go, that's fine by me. But the schedule of all yours is pretty hectic, so you better do it now and scrap. Thank your companions for help. You thank both your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be able to be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car. You turn around and make your way out to the bar. The door closes behind you and the Kaiser limo starts moving again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high of a price for helping you. The Solid Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight, with only the bartender and one bleary-eyed local watching an old Bogart movie on the bar screen. You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first. Yes? Are you on your way? What's the plan? I'm here, what's the plan? We're on our way, notify Toki if he's not there. We need to talk as soon as possible and move quickly. She hangs up. You tell the bartender to notify Toki just to let the Anarch leader mention you shoot. The man makes your short call, you'll hear somebody picking up, but no voice exchanged. The owner is on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting? Do you serve any... do you serve the special stuff? Actually, do you serve the special stuff? The bartender raises an eyebrow. Special reserve, you mean? Oh, sorry. Can only serve that to another selection of the owner's friends. I'm one of his friends? No, it's a list. You're not on the list. I know because it hasn't changed for a while now. Sorry, everything else on the bar is up to grabs though. Sure you don't want anything, something? You shake your hand. Toki comes in, and 10 minutes later without Mia, he tips his hat to you, puts a hat on the blurry-eyed patron's shoulder and says something to him under his breath. They both laugh. Marty, how's the night going? Quiet, so? So? Child, how do you like it, huh? Well, Andorea, I believe you wanted me here for a reason. Let's hear it. You're about to tell me what brought you here when the doors bar open and Sophie walks in. All splendor and charisma, the patron's eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartenders. Toki is happy with the sight. Well, this is what we agree on, Andorea. Care to explain? Toki meets Sophie, Sophie meets Toki. We had to improvise. It's too complicated, we had to improvise. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe Andorea already told you why I'm here. Not in any detail, and the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different, so Miss Langley, tell me why should I ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it? You will like what I have to say. Yeah, I've heard that line 100 times, but 99 of those ended up with somebody getting hurt, and that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight. We're wasting time, there's a unique opportunity we should take advantage of, and we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside. Wait goddamn minute, first of all. I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was the deal. Second, it's Andorea who was supposed to do the driving, not your servant. Both serving, so really it's on a little different. The circumstances change and we had to adapt. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness does not suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk. I'll stop you right there. Toki is sitting, but he's keeping a lid on his anger. His voice barely changes. My conditions were clear. The way I hear it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree of any of this. I believe I will be staying put tonight, but you have places to be, yes? Toki, you're throwing away the only chance you have to challenge Camarilla. Don't be a fool. The leads comes off. Call me a fool one more time, woman, and that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing. You're both acting like children. You need to put your difference aside and see the other's point of view. Both Sophie and Toki glare at you, no power, just their personas, enough to make you feel like you prefer to be anywhere else but here. What the fuck do you think you are? There's only one child here, Andorea. You are type patron, Langley? What does that tell us? What are you implying, you insolent? Shot. Oh, Jesus. Shoes breaks from the windows and flashbang goes off the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noise. You feel somebody tugging your back and they are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out, bottles break, the TV shatters into pieces, the wooden bar splits. Your sick comes back, but you think you've gone deaf. Because suddenly the room is silent, you see Toki beside you and Marty the bartender bleeding out of the floor. You look over the bar. Sophie is standing there, her dress partially tied a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful and terrifying. In front of her are 8 operatives, looking like private military fools, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence. Toki, you still there? Yeah. Will you kindly show your guests some hospitality? Sure thing. The Anarch is going to in the blink of an eye, and here appears next to one of the soldiers. Their armor-clad operatives had disappeared in a pool of blood and bone. The same thing happens to the second, the third. Here the radios go off and the other soldiers' shoulders, a panicked voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops, then the fifth, and so on. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The sixth man is beheaded by what you know. Now it's just Toki bare-fisted punch. Toki stops the seventh man, rips something off his neck and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full body armor emerges from back door, raises his assault rifle. What the fuck? Break the soldier's neck. Not thinking twice, you stand up and grab the soldier's head in your hands before he can react. You twist and say a sickening sound of breaking bone is followed by the crumbling of his limp body. You see Toki holding a combat knife in his hand and ready to throw it. He catches your eye. Lead me to it. Angry? Sophie wipes her mouth of blood and looks at him. That meeting is still an item? Yes. I'll take it. Splendid. Toki whips behind the bar and checks on the bartender. See the Anarch open his own wrist and feed the blood on the wounded man. Drink out, Marty. It'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming and she'll know what to do. Toki? Yeah, I'm coming. Take her back door, Andorea. Come on. You sling back into the alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away casually as if it was just another late night drive and not a crowning of a desperate, complicated evening. So he brings you to our old luxurious apartment in Manhattan, Upper West Side. The way she explained it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away his spare key to a few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since. Fancy. You like it? It always felt too modern for my taste. But what's important is that it's secure. As long as nobody follows your car, or the fledgling trouble follows this one whether they go. Even if that's the case, we have very little time to conduct our business here anyway, and we will be leaving soon, I hope. I hope. So let's begin. This better be worth all the trouble. Finally, stay silent. Look at Sophie excited. Finally, you will learn what it is you've been working forward for more than a week, and what is that Kaiser wanted you to participate in. Have it on good authority that the boss Callahan is blonde bound to Prince Bernhard. Okay. Toki sucks air in loudly. That's an accusation and half there, Langley. Got proof? No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it. What's that supposed to mean? Andorea, the others that I procured from Kaiser, was the meeting spot for Bernhard and the Baron's regular, sharing of blood and other bodily fluids, if the rumors are true. What? Wait, Kaiser knew about this? Is there anything that the insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in this city? He knows things, but only shares them if you pay. Neither the priest nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful. Kaiser says something about having plans for me and that he wanted me to make this meeting happen. That cannot be good, right? That's an interesting point. I think Kaiser might be as interesting shaking up the status quo as we are. A chaotic landscape make for a great market for him, unlike a static one. I don't like playing to the creep's hands, but at least now I know that I'm doing it. The devil you know, and all that was the others he gave you. They meet regularly on Ellis Island. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starting is just around half an hour. Hot damn! I guess you want to crash that meeting. Why? So you can see the proof for yourself, so that I can make sure too, and so that I have an extra pair of eyes for Bernhard to consider when I present to her my ultimatum. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with the Anarchs, especially so closely, is punishable offense in the Camarilla, as I'm sure you heard. So I did. Toki strokes his beard, my fancy beard, and looks intently at Sophie. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? Say you remove Bernhard and I even remove Callahan, then what? Toki, do you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you in check? Because I wonder why the prince condemns Anarchs during her visit to Elysium, but has allowed the Ivory Tower to challenge you. She or they have engineered his status quo, not for the good of their sects, but for private gain. They keep us all in line because it lets them hold on to the power that much longer. And your goal is that? And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turn hot? Not a great plan. You chemists will get your butts kicked out of New York in no time. If you Anarchs manage to organize, which I doubt you will, at any rate, it's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in making. Toki, I offer you a chance to square things up with Callahan on a level of the playing field. If we get rid of these two, we can start on equal footing at the next stage of this dance. Markup. Why I'm here to listen to this? How do I factor into this plan? Aren't you copying the same status quo? How do I factor into this plan? Yes, we will be taking you with us to Ellis Island, put us another set of eyes to witness the prince and the baronet act, and as a bit of added security. Well, I'm not much of a security. I don't think Helen and O'Callaghan will dare to lay a finger on me, but they will not find me unprepared. You know, after all those years spent in Callaghan's shadow, taking part in all the kindred dick measuring contests, she expect a ruse. Some ploy to kill me now out of the way place. That's our inherent paranoia talking. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I do hope you have a boat nearby, Langley. Sophie smiled mischievously. Of course I do. He's waiting for us by the pier. Lead the way, then. Moonlight is burning. The three of you leave the apartment and walk towards the pier. Nobody seems to be following you. You get on a small patrol boat and double timing through the Hudson-cold dark waters. Out of the place in New York City, where the Prince and the Baron could meet, and is Alice Island, a landmark with a dark past, and a museum on the one hand, a dilapidated piece of history on the other. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to the renewed tourist attraction on the northern side. You expect some resistance, a night guard, a helicopter flying overhead, or maybe the NYPD patrol boat. Nothing. The island seemed completely deserted. Which kinda makes sense. If you are, you know, doing secret meeting, less people know, the better. It's clear it is set there. It's clear that It is clear this set Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtly as ever, but you can see that she's eager to reach the particular house her intel pointed out. Talk is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all over, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of con. Don't blame anyone. Finally you see it, right coming from a window in one of the buildings at the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep closer to the building and take a look inside the window. There it is, Callaghan, kneeling in front of the prince, sucking on Panhard's wrist, bowl fully clothed, a small blessing. Toki makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he busts through the building's door. It all happens very quickly. Toki grabs Callaghan by the shoulder and throws him through the still open door. Callaghan hits the ground hard. Toki appears on top of him and starts punching. You fucker! You piece of shit! Stop! The prince's voice takes hold on just long enough to make Toki relent, which the Baron uses to the fullest. He shoves Toki off himself and tries to bite down. Prince, called off your lapdog. Langley, what's the meaning of this? This whole Anarchs breaks apart, both wounded, but neither is quite done yet. They look at one and another with pure hatred. Kill the bitch, Helen, but leave the fledgling to me. Right after I deal with this shit stain, I'm gonna. A shrill unpleasant laugh feels there, you know who it belongs to. Tommaso? So entertaining, truly. Feels almost ashamed to break up this spectacle, but alas. Thomas? Who the fuck is this joker? Oh yes, I don't think we met. So I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Toki. My name is Thomas Arturo, and I... Callaghan uses his motor to uncertainly to strike. He's still too slow for Toki. What? Who throws the boss onto the lawn, where the two exchange blows once again? Okay, Helen, if you would be so kind as to ask your friend to not hurt our guest too much. Callaghan, don't kill him! This time Callaghan comes out to the top and grabs Toki in an iron hold. Your companion struggles but cannot quite break away. Will not be denied, Helen. Not this time. You will do as I command. And she will do as I command her, Douglas, old boy. What? Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. I feel like I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for so much long. You think you're smart, Langley? You and your cliché figure out that there was something fishy going on all over your own, but you were always working with just a piece of the puzzle. What the heck is going on? Wasn't she, Andorea? Sophie looks to you, shocked and disappointed. What are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. What are you talking about, Arturo? What I'm talking about, you ask? Oh, you fledgling. You don't know. How could you? Only I knew. And your sire, of course. They're the one who agreed to embrace you after some negotiations. You hear a scream and curse. It's Callaghan, whose arm has been nearly ripped off his body. Toki breaks out the Baron grasp but doesn't continue to attack. Instead, he's on the edge of the water in the blink of an eye and disappearing into Hudson. The only trace left of him is his fedora. Okay. Another actor going off script at the very end, huh? No matter, let him bring us some amusements now that the production is almost wrapped up. He will reach his allies, he will tire everyone of this. Helen, if we naively assume his knights are in number, now that he is in the SI size, his show must go on, way or another, won't hurt to encourage leaks and speculation. What the fuck is going on? Okay, Sophie looks at you. How could you, Andorea? I saved you. Arturo suddenly appears next to her and slaps her to the face. Langley, Langley, Langley! However, to your self-esteem, you cannot really think that a simple neonat has outplayed you, or maybe it is oblivious acts your way of groveling for mercy. Thomas, what? You thought that being an expert chess player would always be enough. You never realized that people on the top simply flip the chessboard over and punch you in the face whenever they don't like how the game is going. He motioned to remain kindred, but the thing is, you weren't even adept at playing the game you knew, Andorea, just another pawn, placed on the board by my associate. You thought they were your piece since you took them in, but who gave you that idea? Return to the night where you were judged by Prince Panhard, to a woman in red, Sophie, somebody speaking to her, a man in glasses, the man standing before you, no. This is crueler, we know what's going to happen if only somebody will speak up to the poor childie. They could be useful tool for the Camarilla. Terror creeps on Sophie's face. Of course, those are not the words you heard, were they? No, you were already grasping for some opportunity to further your scheme. I put that bait out, you took it, hook a line and sinker. After that, it was only a matter of time before you started using Andorea as your errand boy. It was quite easy to track and monitor as a naive fledgling, just learning the ropes. What is that? What? What is that you want, Thomas? What do I want? Oh boy, sounds as simple, but so hard to put in words. Unstable stability, cutting-edge tales of thrills and intrigue, and pushing to the limit, and then return you... What? And then return you to... Oh, what the fuck? Unstable stability, cutting-edge tales of thrills and intrigue that push it to the limit, and then return you to the tried and tested status quo, gently, infallibly. Okay. A system full of discreetly moving parts which simulate conflicts so convincingly that its users never feel a need to direct their energy towards upsetting the system. Achieving eternal through the disposable, building a city that is like a ship of Theseus, constantly changing its path yet always maintaining the same purpose, serving the same goal at all times. Okay, you are confusing me even more. A large-scale infrastructure that has something like an exhaust system for the spirit. Tell me that I disperse the toxicity around instead of concentrating it in a single place. None of what you are saying makes the slightest bit of sense. I guess I'm not the only one. Arturo is momentarily stopping his tracks. He stares into the sky for a few seconds before a sad grin appears on his face. Floated like someone who's never really had what it takes to make it in the big leagues. With a theatrical snap of fingers, he gave his last sentence a sense of finality. Something changed in the air. You could swear you saw a shadow move behind Sophie. Goodbye, Sophie. A person appears behind Sophie. You cannot believe your eyes. Is Adelaida Davies, holding garden shears in her hands. Oh shit. Push Sophie out of the way. You take off and rush towards Sophie. You only take a few steps before a figure blinks right next to you and pushes you away, Arturo. You hear the sheer snip. Sophie's red hair conceals her face, and as her head falls, separated from her shoulders, silence. Arturo's unpleasant laughter erupts right next to you. Oh, Andorea, your career is moving in a breakneck pace. We're up and up and up. Let me congratulate you on your own promotion. Wait a second. What? What's up with Adelaide? So if what? Wait, aren't you going to kill me too? That was the plan at some point, but I've changed the heart since then. Helen, feel free to leave us and take the Baron with you. Thomas, I don't think you should. Shush! Just being jealous. Adelaide, escort the prince and dear old Douglas, please. Sure thing, darling. You are left alone next to Sophie's body. You try not to look, but it's hard to ignore her light frame decomposing in front of your eyes. Congratulations! You won this little game. You set out on the suicide mission and successfully broke down the power-hungry wannabe tyrant, even if it probably wasn't the way you imagine it. Now you're free to enjoy paradise again, life after death, immortality, eternal youth. What they don't tell you is, of course, leaving paradise is inherently simple when not everyone can partake, but you have time to learn how to live with sins, don't you? He takes a melancholic look at the city skyline surrounding him, the Statue of Liberty, and the lights of Manhattan shimmering in the distance. You know, New York taught me to believe in fate. My own life began right here, and it began with utter despair. My first instinct was to drown myself in books and keep reading and reading until literature gave me a piece of wisdom I needed to go on. Personally, I find reading a silly hobby in retrospect. I always had this minuscule hope that the next sentence I read could finally bring me to salvation, but it never did. It only gave me fuel for this elevated, righteous intellectual suffering. But the more I read, the easier it was for me to boil every paragraph down to a power relationship. The characters' influence over each other, the writer trying to impress the reader, etc. The strings everyone pulls started to look like strands and wave into the fabric of fate, and once I saw its beauty, I got teary-eyed. My architect instinct kicked into overdrive. I didn't have to submit to fate. All I had to do was cooperate with it and wait for my time to shine, give it my input wherever needed until it trusted me to do more. Thomas stepped over what's left of Sophie, whipping his glasses with an elegant cloth from his pocket. And indeed, fate let me look after this city. With my architect tools, I started quietly shaping the streets and corridors, while Kaiser and his ill-shaped the information flow. Among many tools this process gave me, one of them was a way to reliably come up with useful agents like you. The methods I used were crude at times, but the route was there. All you had to do was follow it. Did I actually follow it? Some people write rulebook passage, the others plan see the arteries intent. The fact is the same. Someone always follows. He puts on the glass and gives you a hard look. You know I have grown fond of you. You did so well. Even when that idiot Kali had tipped the Inquisition off, you still got out, like that kind of resourcefulness. I could use that kind of resourcefulness. He uncovers his wrist. So take my blood just enough so we can start off to the right foot. The sign of a good fate, sign that you are ready to play in the big leagues, ready to behold the sights I prepared for you. What do you say, Andorea? And damn if you do. Achievement unlock. Okay, that was quite sudden. Hey gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this adventure of ours. This is standing, and what the fuck just happened? Is this normal? So, from what I heard from this game is that you cannot really choose what happens at the end. So at least you have to follow the pattern. And I'm very, very confused on what's going on. So I guess we killed Sophie, and we become some part of I don't know. It's kind of interesting, I guess. What do you think? I like the story, just that I don't know. It was weird how it ended. Like we never actually know who is our sire. I know they tried to play her off, but I believe because Sophie wanted to become the next prince. So yeah, tyrant. Well, I wouldn't say tyrant, but she definitely wanted the power, I believe. I don't understand what's going on to the other two. What about we talking Callahan and Toki too? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Very confused about this. Do you think they decide to cut it short? I don't know. Could be. Can it actually end differently? I don't believe so, to be honest. Should I test it? I don't know. I kind of want to check it out. I'm probably gonna check it out on my private. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the last episode of Vampire: The Masquerade, Coteries of New York. We're likely also gonna do the next story, Shadow of New York. So there's a lot of other option. I kind of curious because I know the Stalker, you can actually go in good terms with her. So I wonder if she's actually gonna still do whatever the fuck she wants, but I still think she's gonna kill Sophie. I'm so confused. I don't mind. There's so much. I don't know. What was the reasoning? I'm very confused. It was just to create chaos. I don't know, or just to tip off the troublemakers, so they can deal with the troublemakers. He also, well, I mean, he already had the upper hand, so I was like, really? Was this necessary? I don't know. I get a little bit confused. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you for watching, and have a lovely day. Have a lovely bye.